The top 5 Black Nobel Laureates who changed the world. The Nobel Prize is one of the highest honors in the world, awarded to individuals whose work changes humanity itself. And among its recipients are remarkable Black men and Black women whose contributions reshaped science, literature, peace, and global politics. Today, we look at 5 brilliant Black Nobel laureates, their groundbreaking achievements, and the moments that carved their names into worldwide history. Dr. Ralph Bunche, who won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1950. Our first laureate is Dr. Ralph Bunche, a diplomat, political scientist, and the first Black person in history to win a Nobel Prize. In 1950, Bunche was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for mediating the Arab-Israeli Armistice Agreement in 1949. At the time, when conflict in the Middle East was escalating, Bunche led months of negotiations between Israel and its neighboring Arab states. His calm diplomacy, persistence, and ability to bring opposing sides to the table earned him global respect. Bunche later helped shape the United Nations, championed peacekeeping operations, and fought apartheid and colonization worldwide. He opened the door for Black diplomats and Black thinkers on the world stage.
And it must become increasingly clear to all, if there are any who really ever doubt it, that peace in the world can be secure only when there is universal freedom.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964. In 1964, at just 35 years old, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. became one of the youngest people ever to receive the Nobel Peace Prize. He won for his leadership of the American Civil Rights Movement, particularly his unwavering commitment to nonviolent resistance against racial segregation and injustice. The Nobel Committee recognized King's moral courage and his ability to inspire a global movement for human rights.
Violence is not sterile passivity, but a powerful moral force which makes for social transformation. Sooner or later, all the peoples of the world will have to discover a way to live together in peace.
King donated the entire prize money to advancing civil rights, saying the struggle was far from over. His dream continues to influence freedom movements around the world. Wole Soyinka, who won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1986. In 1986, Nigerian playwright, poet, actor, and professor Wole Soyinka became the first Black African to win the Nobel Prize in Literature. The Nobel Committee praised Soyinka for his ability to fuse African oral traditions with classical drama, political critique, and poetic mastery. His writings confronted dictatorship, colonial violence, corruption, and the complexity of identity in a post-colonial world. Works like Death and the King's Horseman and A Dance of the Forest revealed a bold, faceless voice, willing to challenge oppression. Soyinka remains a literary giant and political activist whose influence stretches across continents.
Of course, I got myself involved in what was happening. I don't know whether you call it politics or not. I don't consider war politics. I believe war is a human problem and I'm a human being. You're quite right to say I got myself involved, but you're right to say I'm not a politician.
Nelson Mandela, who won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993. In 1993, Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, along with South African President F.W. de Klerk, received the Nobel Peace Prize for their efforts to dismantle apartheid and lay a foundation for a democratic South Africa. Mandela had spent 27 years in prison, yet emerged without bitterness, instead advocating for reconciliation, dignity, and equality. The Nobel Committee honored Mandela and his extraordinary endurance, moral clarity, and leadership in steering South Africa away from civil war and toward nation building. A year later, he became the country's first Black president, a moment that changed global history.
One of the mistakes which some political analysts make is to think that their enemies should be our enemies.
And number 1, Barack Obama, who won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2009. In 2009, Barack Obama, the 44th President of the United States and the first Black person to hold the office, was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. The Nobel Committee recognized President Obama for his efforts to strengthen international diplomacy, his promotion of nuclear non-proliferation, his vision of a world without nuclear weapons, and his early work in restoring global cooperation after years of conflict. The award was both an acknowledgement of his message of hope and an encouragement to advance peace building on a global scale. From diplomacy to literature, from anti-apartheid struggle to world leadership, these 5 Nobel laureates represent brilliance, courage, and a commitment to justice. They remind us that Black excellence has shaped global history, not from the margins, but from the very center of the world's most important struggles and achievements. If you enjoy this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments which laureate inspired you and who you'd like me to cover next. Thank you for watching.